In the bustling heart of high-rise cities, where skyscrapers touch the sky and streets thrum with energy, lies an invisible threat that silently shapes the lives of urban populations. Good morning, my name is Juan Pasos, and I'm going to be talking about the effects of air pollution on populations. My research question is, how does exposure to air pollution impact urban populations living in highly condensed populated cities? There's three main topics that I'm going to be talking about, and there's going to be the health effects, how smog affects the population, and the effects on the structure that air pollution might have. There's two main health effects there's two main ways that air pollution impacts health on populations. It can be short or long-term exposure depending on how long you've been in the pollution. Short-term is immediate coughing. It can cause wheezing and lose of breath. It can also cause eye irritation, and you have more risk of catching more respiratory diseases. And it worsens the already medical conditions that someone might have. And long term is much worse, which causes like permanent damage to the body. You can lose a lot of lung power and for the rest of your life. It also increases the risk of cancer. In this picture, you can see provided by NASA. This is the concentration of ammonia, and ammonia really affects the respiratory system with immediate burning in the eyes and nose that affects the respiratory tract and could permanently damage your lungs. Air pollution can also become more dangerous if forms smog, and smog forms when a lot of air pollution is heated by the sun, and it creates a chemical reaction that lowers it to the city. And as shown in this picture, this is a picture of Beijing, China, in a normal day, and over here to the right you can see it clouded with smog, and that's a picture of 2013 when it was hit by a very low and very dangerous level of air pollution in the area. A quote by the article published that picture is that compared to cities living in South China, the average lifespan of vegan citizens is from 5 to 6 years shorter than the ones in Beijing. The air pollution in Beijing causes lower birth rates and higher mortality for respiratory related diseases. This explains how air pollution is a very big problem, and it can lower the life expectancy of someone. These are other examples in Langwon, China, in the year 2013 too, and it shows how the city is covered in smog and low visibility, and a lot of people were unfortunately caught a lot of respiratory diseases. And more recently in New York, in June 7, 2023, it got hit by a huge cloud of smog. Air pollution can also affect structures. It can cause loss of mass and discoloration and porosity, which is the amount of air that can go through an object. This chart here, provided by the Department of Civil Engineer in China. They did a research looking at the amount of acid rain that will fall, since acid rain is the major effect of that destroys buildings and causes them to erode faster, causing the city a lot of money in repairs. In this picture, it is shown the research, how after they did their experiment, each time they processed it more and more, the structures became more eroded, creating holes and and making it more like sand. In conclusion, my solution to my question is air pollution in high populated cities has an immense effect in shaping of people's lives, and we should find a more efficient way of solving it. And these are my words.
All right, 2 questions I have for you. First of all, how valid and reliable were the sources that you used? Then how do you know they were?
I know they're very reliable because a lot of the pictures and evidence I use are from articles or researches that have been peer reviewed by others.
Okay, and sorry, I was reading real quick. If you had more time, what additional research would you conduct?
I will conduct more about the east part of the world because there's a lot of factories and air pollution effect going on.